Greetings. This video is called New England Patriots Ad-libbers Get Punished Severely. So what this video is about is the fact that there are a lot of layers to why the New England Patriots end up in the Super Bowl almost every year. They have great players that they bring in, train, and put in positions to win. They have all kinds of experience in their coaching staff to help facilitate that. But one of them that is not heavily looked at because it's not on display all the time is how they handle people who who ad-lib or don't do what they're told. So the most clear example is the receiver or running back who fumbled twice during the first game of the playoffs. His punishment now is the fact that he has to walk around with a football all the time, and teammates will try to knock the ball out of his hands wherever he is, and that includes making attempts on the ball while he's carrying it in the shower. So he helped win the game with a touchdown run back on a punt, but despite that excellent performance, he's still subject to this punishment for fumbling too much and making sure that he secures the ball relative to fumbles. So I just thought that was an interesting sort of raise of the kimono to look at some of the punishments. Another example on punishment that Bill Belichick has inflicted is on a guy named Richard Seymour. Many of you may not remember, but Richard Seymour was a Pro Bowl lineman on the defensive line for New England. And it wasn't stated why it was the case, but Richard Seymour was traded from New England, a perennial Super Bowl power, to Oakland, one of the worst teams in the league. And I suspect, and nobody discussed it, but the reason for that was Richard Seymour did something that Bill Belichick did not like. And as a result, Bill Belichick got rid of him, and he didn't care that Seymour was a Pro Bowler at the time. So I bring this up because in light of what Antonio Brown did, I'm fascinated because one of the comments made was that it's clear how you run your organization, the type of behavior that might go on. If Antonio Brown had attempted what he did while a member of the Steelers, not only would Belichick have traded him and not played him again, he would have worked hard to make sure that Antonio Brown's career in the NFL was over. And so I don't think, what I believe is that when you have a disciplined environment in this fashion, players are very clear on what their assignments are supposed to be, and they're executing those assignments to the letter of best possibility because they recognize that regardless of how decorated they are, they're subject to the same rules as rookies. Do your job, do it well, handle the assignment you were given, because if you don't, I don't care if you're a Pro Bowler, you get fired. So this could be an argument as to why Mike Tomlin and company might not live much longer in the Pittsburgh good graces, because clearly the process they've developed results in them having to deal with the Baltimore or the Patriots every year to determine who goes to the Super Bowl. And there just seems to be a small gap between the Tomlin coach team that gets into the playoffs and looks good, but's unable to get over the hump. I think it's worth noting, again, the Patriots discipline program is clearly part of the reason they're a successful football team and might be worth emulating by other teams.